All right, everyone, thank you for joining in tonight. We have a matchup tonight between Phoenix Rising Amethyst and the EH team. We'll take a look at our map bans and picks here shortly. Sorry, I'm running behind a little bit. But first map we're going to be going to tonight is Infernal Shrines. For those of you interested, Phoenix Rising Amethyst is the home team. And actually, shit, I'm going to have to fix this. Because the teams did not place themselves in the right positioning. But that's okay. I didn't tell them to either. So, Caster's fault there. Um, yeah, so Phoenix Rising Amethyst is actually the home team. So they won the toss. I believe they selected heads, which is incorrect because everyone knows tails never fails, except for this one time. They took map Prio, and so the EH team is going to get the first pick for tonight. Map Prio, they took map 1 being Infernal Shrines. The maps that are banned out were Tomb, Alterac, Volskaya, and Sky Temple. So map 1 of the night is going to be Infernal Shrines. We're going to see Kel'Thas, Asmodin, Joe, and Rhaegar banned out. And let's see who the EH team prios with their first pick here. Taking their time. Tassadar, first pick. Okay. I wouldn't consider Tassadar first pick worthy generally, but if Trench is very comfortable in Tassadar, I think Tassadar does. Welcome to the stream, Silver Arrow. This map doesn't have siege giants. I want to see big boulders. You missed a word there. Big ass boulders. You missed that. But yeah, Trench taking the Tassadar. That's probably a comfort pick. Of course, Tassadar is very good at this map. Um, you would think maybe a couple other heroes might be stronger, like a Junkrat is always great on Infernal Shrines, but maybe nobody plays Junkrat. Who knows? So yeah, May comes in and Malfurion, two pretty solid heroes for this map, and Stukov and a Leo. Stukov's really good on this map. And our next round of bans are going to come in here. Yeah, Stukov great on this map for sure. But so is Malfurion, the two really solid healers. I think Stukov's kind of up there with the meta healers at the moment, but Malfurion's definitely moving his way in. I'm not a healer main, so my opinion might be stupid and invalid. Who knows? I'm sure Nugget will try to correct me. Yeah. So Leo's another great pick on this map. Great wave clear. Can safely go in on the objective, and they're going to ban out that Junkrat. Surprised he made it this far. Junkrat's, I think, a very overpowered hero at the moment. We also saw the Vala ban. So you may see, let's look here. Damage. I could see Chung taking the Tychus. I know he likes Tychus. Um, Plays really well in this map particularly, but he also might take Falstad. I know he plays a good bit of Falstad. Okay, and he did not lock. So we got a Nazebo and a Kerrigan. I don't know that I've ever seen Docket play Kerrigan. Kerrigan's really good at clearing objective here. Obviously, Kerrigan has a lot of burst potential, as does Nazebo. So I'm trying to think. They got some really good combos here. We can see with the Malfurion, Nazebo, Kerrigan. Ooh, and then Moose takes the ETC, and Harkin takes the Cassia. Okay. So let's see who Chung takes. I could definitely see Tychus playing well here. Also, okay. I guess he's got the gust potential for the defensive on the ETC and the defensive on the Entomb. So that's actually a pretty good pick now that I think about it. And we got 13 viewers in the chat. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. We got a great matchup between the EH team and Phoenix Rising Amethyst. Welcome to the stream. Grab your drink and enjoy this Game 1 matchup, Infernal Shrines. This is a Division E West matchup tonight. And we're going to move over here, and I'm going to have to move a couple of things around real quick. since the teams got me all jacked up. And we'll take but a second. These won't be perfectly centered for right now, but it'll be okay. Where did that logo go? There it is. Alright. Boom. That's good enough. I think blue team has a stronger comp. They have a guy named Moose Cannon. They do have a guy named Moose Cannon, that is for sure. We got Zebra playing, who the hell is that? Leo? Yeah, Leo. Harkin on the Cassia. Tootie playing Stukov, Trench on the Tassadar, and Moose Cannon on the ETC. On the side of Phoenix Rising Amethyst, we've got Little Bear, Rista playing Malfurion, Docket playing Kerrigan, Demon Graham playing the Gingerbread Nazebo, Space Pope playing May, and Chung playing Falstad. So I like these. That heart looks pointy. Looks like the teams are going to match up middle here per custom. And let's see how our first little meetup goes here. Looking at the two team comps, I'd have to say that I think there's a better CC chain potential onto the side of the EH team. But really, Phoenix Rising has a very Docket diving in on the yeah, Docket just overextended there. She's gonna die. They have a very burst team here, which could be interesting for this matchup. And we're gonna see first death being Kerrigan. Space Pope, better be careful here. He is a little overextended, so he is gonna be able to escape here. And the 4-man's gonna rotate bottom. And we're gonna see Falstad and Leo, that makes sense, in the off lane. Falstad's gonna do really well in this matchup. It's gonna be a pain in the butt for Leo to deal with Falstad all night. And we're gonna see the EH team go ahead and rotate back mid. You would think after they go mid here, they're gonna move over to their siege camp. And we see Phoenix Rising go ahead and recognize that the EH team is going to take their camp after going mid, and they're going to secure this bottom camp here. Space Pope just hunkering down in this this bush here, as any good tank should, and the EH team's going to secure their camp. Let's see if maybe they're going to think about invading here. I think they have the stronger team fight comp right now. Nazebo's really going to come online later in the game. Maestro, Cass. EH team draws first blood. EH. The EH. That's true. They did draw first blood. And let's take a look at these talents as they come in here. Looks like we're going to have Q build, standard build, block party, low blow. This is looking like a W build Tassadar, I think. And we're going to have spider build on the Nazebo. Okay. Welcome to the cast, Maestro. Hope you enjoy the stream. Grab a drink. Enjoy. And we have our first shrine about to roll up here. Now, Phoenix Rising, yeah, they're just taking some free damage on their wall here at the moment. So they need to come up and clear that up real quick. Until that wave gets there. Okay, now the wave's there. And we do see EH team go ahead and take their Bruiser camp top. It doesn't look like Phoenix Rising is going to be able to make it up. They're going to lose some of the objective by going up to take this camp here. I don't know that that's worth it. They either need to, yeah, they're going to turn around and go back, as they should. At this point, you had two options there. Go up and clear the other Bruiser camp and then push, which may have been the better option because they were already, 10 to 11 down. Ooh, and Moose dives in there. Moose is just getting obliterated though, and they're going to secure a kill on Malfurion. Malfurion got a little too overextended, and Moose Cannon just barely escapes with about 10% of his health. My vote is for PRA. Yeah, I see you, Nugget. I see you. So I think the better play would have been there once they recognized that they didn't have time to get down there and get set up. And they were going to potentially lose this first Arcane Punisher. They could have just pushed this top in and got some value there because this Punisher's not going to do a whole lot of damage. Space Pipe doing a great job of pulling this Arcane Punisher over the wall into its forward, as a good tank should do. And right now we're seeing Demon Grand and Chung taking this top bruiser while the rest of the team defends. Unfortunately, that means that the two main range damage dealers, damn, try to say that 5 times fast, weren't present to defend against this Arcane Punisher. And so it is drug pass. Unfortunately, they do lose the wall here, but they didn't lose the fort, so that was a pretty good tactic there. Now it looks like Trench is going to go ahead and finish up this this defensive tower at the moment. Amethyst is just kind of hanging out bottom here. They're going to opt to go ahead and take this bottom siege camp. Look at that moose, beautiful. That is a nice moose. That's a nice moose. Reminds me of that video of that like Canadian guy, or maybe he may have been from like Wisconsin or something like that. But he was like, "Ma, there's a fucking moose in the yard," or something like that. It's like a fucking neighborhood. It's hilarious. Oh, and Moose Cannon's just getting melted. I think, yeah, Falstad's gonna come in and just finish tapping him down, and the beautiful moose is destroyed. And we're gonna see Chung kind of hunker here. Let's see if Leo decides to mess with him. I don't think he will. And the rest of the team is gonna go ahead and take the siege camp. So good kill secure there on ETC. Like to see them push it a little bit here because they're gonna be down level 10s here very shortly. Docket gets trapped in the wall. You gotta love that, playing with a Nazebo, and your Nazebo traps you. I play Nazebo occasionally, and sometimes it's fun just to troll your team by doing it. And we're gonna see both teams just go ahead and try to maximize their soak potential. I don't know what Space Pope is doing down here. I guess just zoning for his team a little bit safely. Trying to hide in this bush, but needs to be careful from the EH team coming down mid. Falstad cleaning up middle. He's going to have to rotate top now. And at the moment, level 10s are in for the EH team, and I think we should see level 10s come in for Phoenix Rising shortly. Entomb, Ball Lightning, Mosh Pit, Flailing, Swipe, Black Hole. Okay, so, ooh, and while recognizing Phoenix Rising is rotating top, the EH team is just going to go ahead and take this bottom fort, but of course they're going to try to trade a wall for a fort. Knowing that they're down level 10s, and we'll check out those level 10s. Tranquility, Gust, Ice Wall, Summon, Ultralisk, and Ravenous Spirit. So, ooh, Moose Cannon diving in, just looking for a boop there. I'll be honest, so the two talents that I'm not a big fan of here from these two teams, I think that Gargantum gets more value on Infernal Shrines because you can literally just plant your Gargantum like right here, and he both zones the enemy team and is able to do damage on both the objective and the enemy team at the same time if they decide to push into that. So it's also a good way to finish up the objective. Space Pope and Moose just sitting in the same bush. Love that. Oh, big dive in, and that's going to be a 3-man mosh. Entomb follows up on the Kerrigan. I think Kerrigan's dead here. Let's see. Ball Lightning comes in. Yes. Gets melted. Kerrigan has to back out. Demon Grand is now in trouble. The wall comes in with the, but he turns the counter on Tassadar. And the little broccoli comes in and slaps Tassadar while he's trapped in the walls. Oh, I love broccoli. That's hilarious. So a 2-for-1 trade. That's a trade you'll take all day, every day. And it looks like the second objective is going to go over to the EH team here. But yeah, so I like Gargantum a little bit better. What was the other talent that I was thinking of here? Oh, the Tassadar. Yeah, Black Hole can work, and obviously it has its potential on this map. You can put it in these zones right here. But I generally like Archon just for that level 20 buff here. Now, if you're not planning on getting to level 20, obviously. Oh, and a follow-up. See, now that was just great capitalization on by ETC. So this Punisher, you're always looking for the Punisher to jump and get an initial stun, and then you want to dive in and follow that stun up. I know that's 101 Infernal Shrines, but a lot of people don't recognize that is a very tried and true tactic. Docket's at 1/3 health here, and she's just getting melted by, oh, and she just stands in the W. Oh, the Psionic Storm just melts her, unfortunately, so that was not great there. And we do see Leo go ahead and taking the wave top to push in. He can do this safely, of course, because of his escapes. And level 13s are here. Let's take a look at them. War Traveler, Spectral, Encore, Reaction, Shadow Walk. Shadow Walk's must take on Tassadar, I think. So yeah, a little backseat gaming here, you know. Obviously, my opinion's worth absolutely nothing, but I still like to voice it because I think we can always learn more from different perspectives and opinions on games, and that's what we're here for. We're here to learn. We're here to learn and put on a good show. Siege camp's taken by the EH team. They're in the driver's seat at the moment. We see their other siege camp taken, and we're going to see probably Leo rotate top, yes, to clean this up. Phoenix Rising Amethyst, knowing that they're down level 13s, they're just going to have to wait for those 13s to come in, and then they need to take a fight immediately because they're getting way behind here. Once these level 16s come in, they're not going to have level 16 by the next objective, I don't think. And yeah, they need to push something here because this is becoming a snowball effect. Get it? May snowball effect. And Chung is just playing safe here. Yeah, they need to try to pick a fight before 16s come in, and it looks like May's gonna do a little scouting, maybe see if she can find the enemy team, see if they can set up a gank here. And let's take a look at the level 13s on the side of Phoenix Rising. Excuse me. Nature, Sustained Winds, Polar Vortex, Chrysalis, and Ice Block. And yeah, pretty much EH team's just waiting for that level 16 advantage to come in. Once the 16's in, which it is currently, Static, Mithril, Showstopper, Psionic. So that W build, you know, I've heard the praises of the W build, and I've tried it a couple times. I prefer Q build on my Tassadar gameplay, but I recognize W build has a lot of value on Infernal Shrines, so probably a better overall pick here. And we're going to see the EH team go ahead and take their Bruiser Camp. Their timing on these Bruiser Camps has been great. They've had that Bruiser Camp pushing in the middle of the objective every single time. You know, as you can see, this Bruiser Camp's not up because their timing has been a little off here with how they've been taking that camp and not getting its maximum value. Because look, this lane's going to give them vision right here, and that means that the EH team can literally just set up. You see what they're doing here. They're just going to set up. They're going to let Leo clear, and they're going to look for a big gank. And I imagine it's going to be on Docket. Ooh, that's a 3-man mosh. Oh, the defensive ice wall comes in. Docket has to back out, but the team's trapped. And Space, yes. Chung just uses his gust defensively. Docket dives right into a black hole. She has to use her Chrysalis. Let's see if she's going to be able to get out. Yeah, the Broccoli comes in and just starts beating the crap out of Moose Cannon. Wait, did he go Gargantuan? Oh, and Docket's in a bad spot here. She's just trapped in a corner. Leo's just sucking Chung dry here. And Docket is going to, yes, Docket is going to drop. We saw the Tassadar had to leave the fight for a second there, but it did not matter. And the third, oh man, Chung gets dropped. Yes, he does. Great dive in by Moose Cannon. That ETC is coming in very handy for them. It looks like it's their primary engage, of course. A couple Entombs, but the Entombs haven't been just mega yet because of the value that the Gust is getting. Ooh, and May is getting, oh yeah, here. I guess Leo heard me. He said, "Eat this, bruh." Drops the Entomb right on May as she hits her trait, and they may be able to finish here. If they can get another kill, they will definitely be able to finish, but Demon Grand does a great job of dragging that Nazebo over to the middle fort, and yeah, Docket gets zoned out, and Docket is dead. He is able to pop the Ultralisk. But at this point, Yeah, I don't think they can finish. Demon Grin was just able to distract that Punisher for too long. Ooh, a two-man Mosh comes in. They're going to combo this and they're going to end the game. Yeah, Falstad is dropped here. The Broccoli is trying to do what it can. Zebra is just working on the core. But all they have to do is right kick Chlor at this point, and they win. Big slap, slap, slap coming out. Little Barista's trying to do what she can, but not much to do here. And yeah, they back out. Let's see if they can get the chase and some kills here. Ooh, man. And the Chrysalis had to pop again. So they're able to... Demon Grand, you have to be careful here. Those W's are going to hurt. Yeah. Let's not get too ambitious at the moment. Clear up this middle lane. They may save this keep. Yes, they saved the keep. So now they obviously... they were able to defend the core. The bad part, though, is now we're about to see level 20s come in, and you would think that the EH team is just going to push their luck at this point. 19 viewers in the chat. Hey, don't be shy. Say hello. Cheer on your team. Do I hear a TV in your background? I shouldn't hear a TV in my background. Super Noodles Live. Welcome, first time chat viewer. Welcome to the stream. I don't think I hear a TV in my background, but you very well could be picking up the TV from the other room. I will go and make sure that that's turned down after this match. Sorry about that. And yeah, level 20s are in. We're gonna see probably a big ass buried alive here very shortly. And I think they can end at this point if they get at least one kill. Just poking, riding in. Oh, big miss. Gust comes out defensively. And yeah, Falstad is dead here. Leo's taking a lot of damage though. And another black hole comes in, and that was just... oh my goodness, that was terrible. Yeah, Ice Wall comes in, but it's going to be too late, and we're going to see Game 1 taken over by the EH team. Let me write down on my notepad. Yeah, great matchup by the EH team. Played very well. They were basically in the driver's seat the entire game. And man, you really saw... never mind, I just realized I was in Discord still, and this dude hasn't spoken like an hour. It was his mic, lol. Hey, no problem. Very well. I thought TV could have been too loud in the other room, so I always appreciate you asking for sure. But yeah, the EH team was just in the driver's seat all match. You really saw it start to spiral after about level 12, after they got that third Punisher in a row. We had I think a 3-level differential. So let's take a look at our stats here. Top damage with the Cassia, Tastar and Leo just doing work. Take a look at his experience, and we will look at our builds here. Yeah, so this is a interesting W build here. Pretty cool. I like that.
Hey, great, my favorite. Hey, do you want to hold on to this Explodium for just a second?
Zeber, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Hey, one follower closer to our follower goal of 100 followers. I really appreciate anybody else joining in. Thanks, Zeber. Really appreciate it. And well played on the Leo. You had a good game. All right, well, we will get ready for the teams to move over to their second matchup. I love my Tracer skin there. And we'll take care of this screen, which we missed earlier. So let's see. Our map bans were, let's see, Tomb. Yeah, I think Tomb was banned. Alterac Pass. Do I not have a freaking... no, I don't. I don't have a thing up for Alterac Pass. Anyway, Alterac Pass was banned as well. Volskaya, which is already banned. And then Sky Temple, which is already banned. So we'll just put this down here, and this will be our recognition that Alterac Pass. That's weird. I wonder how that got removed. I had Alterac Pass up there at one point, I thought. anyways, all direct passes are also banned. So Infernal Shrines was our map 1. Let's go ahead and add in some text here so everyone knows. Map 1, winner, EH team. Boom. Infernal Shrines. And we will shrink that up just a little bit so that it fits. Boom. There we go. Alright, and I think the teams are getting ready for map 2, which is going to be Dragonshire. Nice. I love Dragonshire. I think it's a really fun map. I play off lane on my team, so I enjoy Dragonshire. Kind of puts you on an island, uh, which can be bad um, if you're a bad off laner. Alright, let's add map 2. Boom. Boom, actually. Boom. And Dragonshire. Caster is ready. And we are going to move into Dragonshire. Maybe. There we go. And we will take. We should have got the teams to swap, but it's okay. We're not gonna do that at this point. We'll put a little 1 up there for the EH team after their successful game 1. You are very bad. Be quiet, Nugget. Be quiet. I don't know how that happened. I think that's the only map I don't have up there. And I think it was up there at one point, so. We are enjoying a nice glass of 10 cup whiskey in my LSU Law glass. For those of you that don't know, I am a lawyer. And I went to LSU Law. So, hence the LSU Law cup. 10 Cup is a whiskey maker, I think, out of Colorado. So, an American-made whiskey. It's pretty good. Pretty good. It's one of my go-tos. Dragonshire, first bans. Joe, Brightwing. 2 solid bans. Falstad, also solid ban. This entire operation is in shambles. Hey, Super Noodles, I didn't have a fucking TV on, so don't be coming in here flexing on me when you're incorrect and then just shitting on my stream. Okay? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It is in shambles. This operation has been in shambles since day freaking 1. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here, pretending. Chillaxis. Thanks for casting, Mal. Hey, you are very welcome. I'm sorry I'm not better at this, but I'm doing what I can. I enjoy it. It's fun, so you're fucking stuck with me because nobody else picked it up anyway. So, boom. Here I am. Diablo Vala. Oh, yeah. I love Diablo. Diablo is such a fun hero. Chung's got a really good Vala, too. I've played a good bit with this Phoenix Rising Amethyst team, so I'm pretty familiar with their heroes. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Chillaxix. And we see Rexar, Stukov, and Nubarak. Alright, Rexar is pretty good on this map as an offlaner. Can really hold down top really well. You'd like to see maybe a Sonya. I know Docket does play Sonya, so potentially see a Sonya here. I mean, you could play a lot of things into Rexar. I like playing Artanis into Rexar particularly. I think he plays really well into Rexar. But the Anubarak Stukov is gonna be tough to play against, especially with Diablo and a Zeratul ban. Huh? I don't know who plays Zeratul on their team. That's an odd ban. I'll be honest. I could have thought of 15 other heroes to ban before Zeratul, but maybe there's something I don't know here. All right, let's see. Phoenix Rising is gonna come in with their the fucking team swapped around on me. Look at this. Look at this. I forget that people don't know Noodles and I know you. uh, Always appreciate the support nugget from you and your peeps. And yeah, we saw the Sonya and the Deckard. Bear plays a really good Deckard. Sonya, I think, is a very good pick in the Rexar. I think that's going to play well at the top lane. And let's see who the EH team's going to take here. Cassia and Gazlo. 4-man Gazlo. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, I see why you said that. I forget the people on the noodles, and I know you. Chillaxis, this comment. Yeah. Little Barista has a strong Deckard. This will be a good match. Yeah, I agree. She definitely does play a good Deckard. I really like the comp by Phoenix Rising Amethyst. Ooh, and Chromie. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty good. Chromie plays really well into this comp. They don't really have anybody that can dive to her. You would think that Cassie is gonna take her Valkyrie to try to pull Chromie in, and Vala, and that could potentially work well. I like the comp for... Yeah, I like the comp for Phoenix Rising Amethyst at this point. I think they have a stronger map comp. But man, it's going to depend on how this four-man Gazlo works out, really. And here we go. Now I got to fucking move this stuff again. These teams, you just can't get right here. Got me having to mess stuff up all game. Move this, move this. Just kidding. I love these two teams. I'm just being a dick. It's not a big deal. Alright, let's take a look at our intros. Yeah, I agree, Silver. Yeah, she's going to play pretty tough, and that Stukov's going to play really well into Chromie. Docket on the Sonya, Chung on the Vala, Barista on the Old Man, Space Pope playing Diablo, Demon Grand on the Chromie. Love that Chromie skin. Harkin on the Cassia, Zebra on the 4-man Gazlo, Trench playing Rexar, 2D playing Stukov, and Moose Cannon on the Anubarak. Let's see this matchup here. So ultimately, we're just gonna need a hyper carry Cassie here, but man, don't count out Gazlo's damage. He's gonna do a lot of damage here, especially later in this game. Ooh, and a big stun. Yeah, Vala gets destroyed on the chain CC. Diablo is just a little too late on that fight. So another early pick by the EH team, and they're gonna rotate bottom to grab this soak, push this lane in a little bit. I don't think they're gonna invade these. Hey, guess what? Siege Giants with some big ass boulders popping up in 12 seconds. We see EH team rotating back mid. Of course, they're head on soak at this point. They grabbed a kill, and we see our Siege Giants pop up. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. They're going to do some freaking work tonight. You see them boys? Them thick boys? Them thick boys? Oh, man. And both teams are going to rotate to their bruisers. And, yeah, we see the boulders are flying. This is going to get great. It's going to get great. Moose Cannon and Space Pope just dominating this triangle of death. See, we're cleaning up the bottom lane. Let's take a look at what builds we might be going here. W build. We see our dragons coming up. W build. Looks like armor. And yeah, let's see if Diablo can zone here. He should be able to zone pretty safely. Ooh, it's 3v1. You gotta be careful, Diablo. Yeah, they're just gonna chain Sun, and Diablo has to dive in, but when he does so, he's gonna be in danger if they elect to chase. Yeah, Space Pope's gonna die here. That's unfortunate. Now the rest of the team, yeah, good job, Demon, getting in there. Demon should be able to poke here with her W. At some point, did we see Docket die? No, she just hearts back. They got a poke, and Chromie can do that all day long. The boulders, right? Gazlo's getting good value down here. You see these dudes? You see these thick boys? You see these thick boys? And we'll go back middle to see that. Yeah, Space Pope's just gonna have a tough day here. Cassie is just gonna stack up on him. Boost Cannon's gonna chain CC the shit out of him. And, oh, we got some good push here. Docket, yeah. So Docket is, the camp's gonna force Trench back here. Triple root. Ooh, Cassia just didn't get her quite into the wall. And Vala's having to handle Zeber, but that's a tough fight for him, especially with those Siege Giants up. They are going to go ahead and lose this wall here, which is not very good. And it looks like EH team is going to rotate to their Bruiser camp. Rexar is back here. Docket has to get past Misha at this point. And Docket's going to die here. Yeah, Misha's going to secure this kill. Ooh, so close. Let's see if the... Oh! Wow. Docket barely escapes and Misha dies, which is fine because Misha's not even a real person. And we see the Bruiser camp taken by EH team. We see Phoenix Rising going ahead and securing this bottom camp here. Gazlo's not sniffed it out. He's just going to focus on pushing this lane, try to capture this. He better be careful though, because he could get melted here with the W build. I'm guessing that's a W build. Vala, yeah, W build Vala. Looked like it did a chunk there. And we're going to see some value getting taken top because Sonya had to go back again. Yeah, you feel going up against Rexar is just so tough, but I think Sonya is going to be able to later in this matchup really... Oof, Space Probe has to be careful here. That's not the two people you want pushed into the back line. And Demon Grand is dead. And the EH team is going to take this bottom objective, and you can't let them secure another kill here. Yeah, okay, Diablo has to back out. And man, it looks like Docket is having a tough time. Misha drops again, so she is able to ultimately win that for now. Misha's going to be back here shortly. Docket needs to go up and take this objective and be very careful because Misha and Rexar should flank right here is what should happen. I don't see Trench doing that though. Oh yeah. If Misha and if Rexar would have been in this bush, they would have won that. They would have killed Sonya. They knew she was on the objective. Oh, and Tootie's gonna be able to take this objective, I think. Yep. First dragon goes over to the side of the EH team. And level 10s are in. Let's take a look at those. Ball, Boiling Swipe, Cocoon. Unleash the Boars, and Gravo Bomb. I got a feeling we're going to see some big Gravo Bombs here. I'd like to see them use their ultimates right now, because at the moment, Phoenix Rising doesn't have ultimates. Yep, here comes the Cocoon. Let's see if a Gravo Bomb's followed up. No need. All Lightning does come out though, and it's secure the kill on the Diablo. He did not have his souls yet, so that's better, I guess, overall. Or did he? Uh-oh, the recall comes out on the Zebra, but they weren't able to secure a kill here, and they're going to have to back off as the Dragon Knight drops. And they're going to rotate middle. Misha is currently working on Docket here in middle lane, and I don't think they're going to be able to... Oh, yes, they are going to be able to... Oh, the leap comes out. Wow. Well, we saw what talent she took. Apocalypse, Temporal Loop, stay a while, and who knows? Who knows? So instead of defending their wall, they're going to go ahead and take the Bruiser camp, which I don't think is the right decision. I think they should have... Man, when you've got walls up and you've got a Diablo, you look for a kill because Diablo can easily secure a kill with walls up and a fort there full health. Poking out Zebra here, and they're going to see, yeah, they're going to try to rotate top and secure the kill on this Docket. Docket has to be really safe. I don't know if she has leap up. No, 14 seconds out on the leap. So good positioning by Docket keeps her from being ganked. Phoenix Rising is cleaning up the lane. and trying to get some pressure on this bottom wall here. They need to take this wall, but look who's coming. Moose. Oh, and a 3-man Gravo Bomb. Unfortunately, no damage there to follow up, but really solid Gravo Bomb. And Chromie is in trouble here. Look at Diablo doing some good zoning. That was great, but yeah, it's not going to save him. Demon Grand drops right before the objective, 30 seconds out. Of course, he's going to be up right about the time it starts. And man, Rexar is just really pushing in. Yeah, pushing in Docket in this top fort. It's not going well for Docket up here. And we're going to see the EH team, as level 13s are in, taking this bottom bruiser camp. And right now, the EH team is definitely pulling ahead. Let's see if they're going to invade here with their level 13s. They should. They are, but I don't think they're going to be able to get in time. Yeah. Just too much stuff. Oh, Stand While and Listen comes out. Let's see if they're able to secure a kill here. They're down a talent level, but they're pushing off the enemy team, and the camp is stolen, but they do clear it up. We're now going to see the Dragon Knight, unless someone's able to get here, taken again by the EH team, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen because Demon Grand can't get there to poke. And they really have to worry about this bottom lane because not only, oh, and we see Misha and Rexar take down Docket in the top lane on the Sonya. And look at these freaking boulders. Just look at them. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The boulders, they're just flying. They're doing so much damage. And a Cocoon comes out on Diablo. Let's see if they're going to be able to chain CC this kill on this Diablo. Yeah, the defensive Apocalypse does come out. But this Dragon Knight is still about 2/3 health, and I don't think they're going to be able to end here, but they're going to get some damage. Ooh, ooh, a 2-man, and I think Space Pope is dead. Yes, Space Pope is dead. Leap comes out on Docket. Harkin dives in. Recall comes out on the Cassia. And this core is half health. Let's see, I would just die on it. You got to die here. So what if you get wiped as a team? You're going to come back up. That's fine. See if you can finish the game. 25%. All you got to do is let these boulders keep getting thrown, and they back out instead. I mean, they're could the tide of the game be turned a little bit? Perhaps, but you could also win there. I think they win. All they have to do is right-click core. It's down at 17%. I think they definitely could have secured the game here. So, hey, more match to watch, right? They're just sitting in this freaking bush. Demon Grand is in a bad spot here. He's going to get chain CC just to death, and they're going to secure 2 kills, and now they're going to end. Yeah. So, maybe smarter than me, because I would have probably died on core. Instead, they just wait in a bush and get a double kill with those level 16s up, and they're going to end the game, and this is going to be a 2-game domination by the EH team. And they played extremely well. So congratulations to them. We're going to see if they're available for a post-game interview. Just some more information on the teams. So currently the EH team is in 2nd place in the division at 9-3. This is going to put them at 12-3. Phoenix Rising is currently in 6th place at 2-9. So they're going to move to 2-12. So map 2 is taken by the EH team, and that's going to be a domination. Let's take a look at our stats here real quick. Only 1 kill by Amethyst with the Chromie. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And we'll take a look at our talents, and then we will see if the teams are interested in, I think, who is the, I think Moose Cannon, or, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Moose Cannon was the captain. I'll whisper him. Game interview. Jump in a NGS chat room. So let's take a look at these talents, and we will get over to a chat room and see if the EH team wants to shed some light on their matchup tonight here. All right. Boom. I'm gonna add an image here. Actually, let's do this. Since boom, the EH team. Boom. How's that? Yeah, we all coming. They bring in the whole squad. Okay. Okay. Let's see where they jump into. We will wait on them to jump into a chat room, and then we will jump in with them. I'm gonna just jump in lobby too, and we can see if they come or not. Let's see. Make sure we got all of our audio on. Lobby 2. Boom. So yeah, dominant performance by the EH team, and I think, yeah, here they come. They're coming in. We've got 4. Let's see if the 5th comes in.
Beaver, get your ass in here.
They won't let me in because I'm a sub. Oh no! No love for the sub. That's unfortunate.
No. He was very much welcome, but he did not have NGS Discord on his bars.
Oh no! Somebody's got to
I
send
will
it to
send
him.
him an invite right now.
Please do. We will recognize him when he joins in. Okay, well, GG's to the EH team. I don't know. Let me look and see if I can pull this up. Where are y'all? Y'all are currently in second place. Is this going to put y'all in first?
Yep.
This will put you in first. Well, congratulations, the first place team in Division E West currently.
Yeah, at least for now.
For now.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all that matters. Right now, you're in first. That's what matters. Hopefully, y'all will end the season in first. But GG's, y'all played really well tonight. Very dominant in both matches. Seemed like, y'all just kind of snowballed those post 10s. I think y'all got early kills on both matches. And then you really just played really good macro, took the team fights when you had to take the team fights, and when you knew you could win the team fights, which is most important.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so let's talk about these maps. So I think Phoenix Rising Amethyst won the coin toss. They took map Prio. Y'all took first pick. They took Infernal Shrines on the first match. So is Infernal Shrines a match or a map that y'all are comfortable playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've played a lot of it this season. We were just kind of getting bored of it, so.
Some might say too much.
Yeah, Infernal Shrines is a very popular map, but overall I think it's one of the more fair maps. I think it's really well designed, and it's also just exciting. An exciting map overall for viewers. But y'all played it very, very well. I liked y'all's comp a lot there. What was y'all's decision going in with that draft, if y'all care to share?
Don't let them kill us with Kerrigan.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Well, that was very effective.
We had a
Keep
feeling
lanes
they might take
pushed.
Kerrigan, so.
Really? See, I've played with Phoenix Rising Amethyst. I'm friends with Barista and Chung and Docket and their whole group. I've played with them a lot in Storm League, and I've never seen Docket play Kerrigan before.
Well, we did. Our friend Little Tootie here did some scouting earlier, and he noticed that they were playing Kerrigan, so we kind of had a feeling that they might bust it out today. So we had a plan for it.
Great.
And I think we pulled Kerrigan against them in week 1. So
Gotcha.
Yeah. I've played Kerrigan a few times this season, and she used to get banned out against me a lot last season, so.
Gotcha. So 2D coming in with the scouting report. Well, that was interesting. And yeah, I thought Kerrigan could have been a problem, but y'all seem to manage it really well. I don't think Kerrigan really ever took off. I think y'all killed her 4 or 5 times actually that map. So that was the draft strat around Kerrigan a little bit, or
And experience playing with Kerrigan comps. Like I said, I'm a Kerrigan, like pretty much a Kerrigan main.
gotcha.
So just knowing how Kerrigan works and how to kind of counter her and slow her down and whatnot.
we drafted into a position where we could consider looking at the Kerrigan if it was an option, but when they took it, we just pivoted into what we had planned that would work against the Kerrigan. And when we saw they had so much zone control with May and Malfurion, and then Zebo with walls, and then Harrigan CC. There's a lot of ways for us to die, so it was a little bit of
So was
stay away from Kerrigan.
was that the impetus behind the black hole pick, or is that a normal pick?
I usually take Black Hole
Okay.
unless
Yeah.
there's a need for Archon.
Gotcha.
Unless there's a
It's
specific need, but it was a
it's
disengage.
a great it's a great disengage tool.
Yeah, it is. It is. It kind of goes along with the Falstad pick. I played a good bit of Tassadar myself, and I really, man, when you hit a nice Archon, I mean, I'm sorry, a nice Archon, a nice black hole into one of your electric fence walls, oh man, you can do
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of damage. And you hit, I think, two or three really, really good black holes. I find that black hole, I just don't like it picked as often because people aren't efficient with it, but you did a really good job of picking that. I was really surprised not to see the Gargantum come out by the Nazebo. I think that's a much better talent choice there, but hey, what do I know?
Oh, Ravenous Spirit is huge. Like you can get absolutely massive value off that, especially with all their zone control and CC.
Mhm.
Like if they could lock us down, Ravenous Spirit would just absolutely wreck us.
So
Yeah,
it
and
Yeah,
I
actually-
guess that's
with
what I
Swamp.
was looking at is I didn't really see a way that they were going to lock you down. Obviously May, but you know the Ravenous isn't going to do a lot during the ice wall. And other than that, I just didn't unless you guys just got caught in zombie walls, which
Well,
you know you
they
just
womboed us last time we played them. When we played them in week 1, they had a really nasty combo that was a lot of these tools. I think it was May, and it was Nazebo, and it was, I think...
No, it was
Yazlo?
Junkrat, wasn't it? Junkrat
Yeah.
and Yazlo.
Junkrat, Diablo, and Zeratul.
yeah
Yeah.
I was really
Yep.
surprised I didn't see a Junkrat on shrines to be honest.
We banned it.
We banned
it.
him.
But
Yeah.
wasn't it like the third ban?
Yeah,
That
it
was
was.
for
Yeah.
Ben.
Yeah, so I was, you know, generally I feel like Junkrat's extremely strong just in general, but then really strong on that map. But enough of Infernal Shrines. Dragonshire was map 2. We saw the Rexar, which I always think is a great pick on Dragonshire, and it seemed to be very effective. I did call that Sonya pick because I think Sonya played well, and not saying by any means that Docket didn't play Sonya well because she has a great Docket. I mean, she has a great Sonya, but she just couldn't quite get to Rexar. Misha was zoning her way too much, and I think there was a lot of rotational pressure there as well that attributed to that. But you know, the Rexar seemed to work really well. You guys were in control of top lane the entire time, and on Dragonshire, if you can control top lane and consistent push, I think y'all also had a little bit of better macro in both of those matches. Personally, uh, y'all seem to be very on point with your camp takes, and Phoenix Rising, for whatever reason, just wasn't able to time their camps as well.
Yeah, the matchup for Sonya into Rexar on that map especially, I think it's a little tough if I just spin or if I just stun the spin.
Yeah.
And just Ranger, it's really hard for her. And I actually I killed my bear 3 times trying to, I don't know if you saw it, but there were 3 times where I had her at like freaking 3%,
Oh, I saw.
5% hit point, and I entered the bear under the fort to try and get it, and I didn't get it until the very last one.
Yes, we all saw. I'm an off lane player now. I got moved over from DPS on my team because I was just too trash at DPS. But got moved into the off lane recently, so I like to pay a lot of attention to the off lane matchups because I feel like we're always neglected. But yeah, the
hero for sure.
the Rexar matchup definitely played into y'all's favor. And then, so I will be honest, when you go back and watch the replay, I kind of flamed y'all a little bit for not ending there when it was 17%. But y'all ultimately made the better decision, and you went and hid in a bush, and then got a 2-man wipe, and then pushed in safely.
So that's my fault entirely. I was uber slow getting down. It took me longer to kill top fort than I wanted, and then I stopped in mid because I wasn't sure, and then we were trying to...
It's not entirely your fault because I think a bunch of us were just getting hit by those boulders from core and getting stunned out, and
Yeah.
it just wasn't really. It didn't feel good. It didn't feel
Yeah.
right. So we made that decision, especially after we lost one. We were like, you know what?
Mhm.
Let's just back out. We don't throw our lead. And then I think Tootie and Moose made the call to just go and hide in a bush and wait and see if we could get somebody
Well, that was
on the rotation.
definitely, definitely looking back the correct call. Obviously, it worked out really well. Y'all were able to nab those 2 kills and then just go ahead and safely end. But I know me, I would have died on the core. Whether or not my
Yeah.
team would have won or not, I would have died on the core because I would have saw that 20 or so percent and those giants throwing those big ass boulders. But yeah, so ultimately, you guys made the correct decision. But hey, GG's, y'all played very well. I was super impressed by y'all. I think this is my first time casting y'all.
It is.
It is? Okay, I thought so, but super impressed. I think y'all did really well. I hope I can pick y'all up again in the future. And before we head out of here, do y'all have any shout outs y'all would like?
Sure, I'll start. I'd like to shout out Moose's Coffee, the team for showing up and doing a great job. I want to shout out Phoenix Rising Amethyst for being awesome opponents and just showing up and giving us a great set. And I want to shout you out, Malkier. Thanks for picking up the cast. I mean, it was pretty last minute, so that was really awesome of you.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I was. I'm a lawyer by day. Want to be Heroes of the Storm player and caster by night. But I got a big trial coming up in 2 weeks. I have been working late here recently. So
Best of luck.
thanks, man. I appreciate it. So I was able to pick y'all up last minute. Sorry for the last minute pickup, but so y'all couldn't know well ahead of time. But anyways, continues with y'all's shout outs.
Okay, I'll go next. My coffee, Mrs. Coffee, number one. Zebra for stepping in and helping us today, and of course, I know she wasn't here today. That's our offlaner.
She's watching.
Yeah, for you. Shout out to you.
They're always watching. Anybody else from the team have any shout outs they want to make?
Yeah, I want to shout out our coach, Rock Your World, best coach. Nobody else can have him. He's ours. Shout out to the A team. Everybody's been practicing pretty hard. I think that it's showing. Everybody's been playing really well.
Yeah, definitely showing for sure. Y'all seem to be just kind of all clicking, which is good because y'all are obviously in the lead. Y'all are going to make playoffs for certain, I think, at this point. But this is a good time to be clicking. We're about a month out. I know my team is just starting to really all get on the same page, and this is the right time. So
Yeah, absolutely.
best of
Hey,
luck
it
to
takes a
y'all.
while. Yeah, it takes a while for that to happen. I mean,
It does.
I've-
We're a new team, and it's definitely showed throughout the season. In addition to we've lost 2 of our starters, so
I mean,
oh,
that's
Moose
tough.
and I built this team last season, and then we rebuilt it over the off season with uh, Tootie, Trench, and Course, and Zebra came back to join us. And yeah, like we've done a lot of practice. We did Nexomania. Like we've been putting in a lot of work to get where we are. So
Yeah, we well, it's definitely shown itself, and I wish y'all the best of luck in the rest of y'all's matches. I'll try to pick y'all up again. Hopefully, maybe can grab y'all in the playoffs or something like that. But until then, GG's. Congratulations on the domination, and I will see you all in the Nexus.
thank
right,
you very
thank you.
much. Thanks for the cast.
Of
Golden
course.
Crane flies again. Tyshar Malkier.
Always love to see another Robert Jordan fan.
Oh yeah.
Later, y'all.
Take care.
Later.
All right, well, that wraps it up for us tonight. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. It's Be quiet, Nugget. Really appreciate everybody joining in, supporting this cast, this stream, supporting NGS, supporting these teams. They put in a lot of effort, hard work, and it shows in these matchups. And whether they win, whether they lose, these teams are putting in the grind every single day to put on a great performance. GG's to both teams. Fortunately, tonight was the EH team's night, and they are now in first place in their division, so we will keep an eye on them for the rest of the season. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Before you head out, if you want to hit that follow button, for those of you who are not following yet, I'm trying to cast as much as I can. Been busy here lately, but I'm trying to pick